Hello po mga kabaro, Captain Buboy po. For today's video, pag-uusapan po natin yung tanong ng ating isang subscriber. Shoutout sa iyo dyan, at Ramon Galisim 2272. Ang kanyang tanong, Sir, good day. Meron po ba kayong video on how to fill up NCB Greens? So kabaro, ito po yung kasagutan sa tanong mo kung paano mag-fill up ng NCB calculation form. So ito po yung mga requirements. Una, vessel and voyage basic information. Pangalawa, ship and cargo calculation. Pangatlo, fuel and water calculation. Pangapat, healing moment calculation. At ang panglima ay verification and documentation. So narito po yung example kung paano mag-fill up ng NCB Grain Stability Calculation Form. Sa cover page, kailangan nating fill upan yung vessel and voyage basic information. Ang mga items na kailangan nating i-fill up doon sa NCB cover page ay ang mga sumusunod. Ship's name, kilid, country of registry, net tonnage, IMO number, place of build, country of build, local agent name, approving authority, flag state, drawing number, approval date, applicable regulations, addendum approving authority, addendum drawing number, addendum approval date, loading port, bunkering port, discharge port, steaming distance, distance run per day, steaming time, daily consumption of fuel, daily consumption of diesel, daily consumption of freshwater, winter displacement, winter deadweight, winter drop, winter freeboard, summer displacement, summer deadweight, summer drop, summer freeboard, tropical displacement, tropical deadweight, tropical drop, tropical freeboard, freshwater allowance, at TPC at summer drop. So may nakasulat dito na exception. So except for exempted voyages, tsaka if applicable lang. Yung winter tsaka tropical, optional lang po ito. So proceed na po tayo dito sa part 1. Ito po yung ship and cargo calculation page. So ito yung mga dapat nating i-input. Type of grain, stowage factor, compartment number, cargo, stowage factor, grain cubics total, grain cubics use, cargo weight, BCG or yung kg moment, total cargo weight, total cargo kg moment, light ship BCG or kg, light ship kg moment, ship's constant BCG or kg, ship's constant kg moment, ship and cargo total weight, ship and cargo total kg moment, units used in calculation, stowage factor conversion table, saka yung input guidelines. So dito naman sa bandang baba, so ito yung cargo plan. Dito may ilalagay yung quantity ng kargamento. So hold number 1. So yung kargada, saka yung stowage niya. So pull and trim, percentage, saka yung hold number. So hold number 1. Ganon din dito sa hold number 2. Yung kargada, cargo weight, stowage niya, percentage, saka yung hold number. Doon din sa hold number 3, name of cargo, cargo weight, stowage, percentage, kayong hold number 3. Ganon din sa hold number 4. Type of cargo, cargo weight, stowage, percentage, saka hold number, which is hold number 4. So dito sa hold number 4, kung nakikita nyo may arrow dito na nakababa. So ito yung tinatawag na ullage. So makukuha mo itong ullage doon mismo doon sa table niya. Kasi doon sa volume ng kargamento doon sa loob ng bodega. Tapos ito ay tinatawag na partially filled dahil hindi siya puno, or tinatawag yan na slack. Okay. So next, dito sa hold number 5 naman, type of cargo, cargo weight, stowage, percentage, tsaka yung hold number niya. Ito naman sa compartment number 6, so hold number 6, ganun din, type of cargo, weight, stowage, percentage, saka yung hold number, which is hold number 6. Ganun din sa hold number 7. So, type of cargo, weight, stowage, percentage, saka yung hold number niya, which is hold number 7. So, proceed na po tayo dito sa part 2. Ang part 2 page ay tungkol sa fuel and water calculation. So, yung mga nilalaman na dapat ilapan dito sa part 2. So, ito yung tank, type of liquid, load port, weight of liquids, load port liquids, BCG or kg, load port liquid kg moment, load port liquid free surface movement, intermediate port weight of liquid, intermediate port BCG or kg of liquid, intermediate port liquid kg movement, intermediate port liquid free surface movement, discharge port weight of liquids, discharge port BCG or kg of liquids, discharge port kg moment of liquids, discharge free surface moment of liquids, total weight of liquids at load port, total weight of liquids at intermediate port, total weight of liquids at discharge port, total kg moment of liquids at load port, total kg moment of liquids at intermediate port, total kg moment of liquids at discharge port, total free surface moment of liquids at load port, total free surface moment of liquids at intermediate port, total free surface moment of liquids at discharge port, ship and cargo total weight at load port, ship and cargo total weight at intermediate port, ship and cargo total weight at discharge port, ship and cargo total kg moment at load port, ship and cargo total kg moment at intermediate port, ship and cargo total kg moment at discharge port, ship's displacement at load port, ship's displacement at intermediate port, ship displacement at discharge port, total ship kg moment at load port, total ship's kg moment at intermediate port, total ship's kg moment at discharge port, ship's sailing draft at load port, at yung dock water density at load port. So proceed na po tayo dito sa may bandang baba ng part 2. So ito yung mga dapat na i-input. Yung load port ship's kg, intermediate port ship's kg, discharge port ship's kg, total pre-surface correction at load port, total pre-surface correction at intermediate port, total pre-surface correction at discharge port, vertical shifting moments at load port kung meron man, vertical shifting moments at intermediate port, vertical shifting moments at discharge port. So itong vertical shifting moments, optional lamang ito. Depende doon sa pagkagawa ng green stability booklet or yung green loading booklet ng barko. So next, ship's corrected kg at load port, ship's corrected kg at intermediate port, ship's corrected kg at discharge port, ship's metacentric height at load port, ship's metacentric height at intermediate port, ship's metacentric height at discharge port, ship's corrected kg at load port, ship's corrected kg at intermediate port,
Ships corrected KG at discharge port. Ships corrected GM at load port. Ships corrected GM at intermediate port. Ships corrected GM at discharge port. Required minimum GM, which is yung 0.30 meters according sa
International Green Code requirements. So nakalagay po dito, based on International Green Code requirements, which is
0.30 meters. So, meron din dito yung pre-surface correction guidelines. Tapos yung vertical shifting moment correction guidelines. At yung required minimum GM guidelines. Proceed na po tayo dito sa part 3.
ito po yung healing moment calculation page.
So yung mga nilalaman nito, vertical rise of the center of gravity due to grain shift. Tapos compartment number or hold number. Then stowage, cargo ullage, volumetric healing moment data, cargo stowage factor, grain healing moment, vertical shifting moment if provided, total volumetric healing moment, total grain healing moment, total vertical shifting moment if provided, guidelines in filling up stowage column, guidelines to obtain the grain healing moment, at guidelines regarding applicable regulations. So, proceed na po tayo sa bandang baba ng part 3. So, ito yung ship stability summary. So, mga nakasulat dito yung ship's displacement at load port, ship's displacement at intermediate port, ship's displacement at discharge port, ship's corrected KG at load port, ship's corrected KG at intermediate port, ship's corrected KG at discharge port,
Total grain healing moment at load port,
total grain healing moment at intermediate port, total grain healing moment at discharge port, maximum allowable healing moment at load port, maximum allowable healing moment at intermediate port, maximum healing moment at discharge port, angle of heel, residual area, and GM, which is optional. So, dito na part yung guidelines na to be completed if vessels grain loading booklet does not include a table of allowable healing moment. In such case, statistical stability diagrams demonstrating this information shall be attached hereto. So, i-fill upan mo tong area na to kung halimbawa yung table hindi sinali, yung grain loading booklet mo walang table of allowable healing moment. So, optional lamang po ito. So, dito, yung letter B, for specially suitable ships approved under. So, ito yung mga regulation. So, pag yung grain loading booklet po, nakalagay na parehas dito sa gilid, no? Yung applicable regulations, kailangan mong fill upan tong table sa baba, which is yung angle of heel table. Okay? So, mga kabaro, proceed na po tayo dito sa may interpolation. So, itong part na to, kinukuha natin yung interpolation ng volumetric healing moment. So, yung volumetric healing moment natin sa partially filled, so, kinukuha natin dito. So, input mo lang yung yung table corresponding niya, volumetric healing moment. Base doon sa cargo hold number 4. Kasi ito yung slack natin eh. So, para makuha yon, lagay natin yung ullage dito, tapos yung upper niya sa table, saka yung lower part. So, corresponding, halimbawa dito sa natin, example, 7.79 yung ullage natin. So, doon sa table, yung pinakataas niya ay 7.45. Tapos, yung sa baba naman, 7.95. So, yung volumetric healing moment ng 7.45 ay 21296.57. Sa 7.95 naman, 2289.57. So, yung lumabas na volumetric healing moment ng 7.79 ay 22399. Dahil slack po ito, kailangan nating i-multiply ng 1.12. So, ang pinakasagot niya ay 25087. So, ito yung ilagay nyo doon sa part 3, under doon sa volumetric healing moment sa may bandang hold number 4, katapat ng hold number 4. Tapos, pag nalagay nyo na, so, i-divide siya ng Swiss factor. Ang kalalabasan niya, green healing moment ng hold number 4. So, yung mga green healing moment na yan sa mga field compartment o FUT on trim, nakikita nyo na yan na given na yan eh, yung mga full untrim. So, may trim ends, merong untrim ends. So, sa US, kinakalculate nila yan via FUT o yung full untrim ends. Bakit? Dahil worst case scenario kasi yung kukunin natin eh sa healing moment. So, kahit na yung calculation nyo is trim ends, base sa trim ends, yung kargada nyo, ikakalculate nila yan, yung green healing moment, base sa untrim ends. So, yung mga naka full untrim, yung volumetric healing moment na given dyan, i-multiply mo lang siya ng 1. Tapos, maliban lang doon, pag partially filled na, magiging 1.12. Yun yung pinaka-standard or pinaka-constant niya, para makuha mo yung green healing moment na kargamento nyo sa hold na yan. Okay? Sana nakukuha nyo or naintindihan nyo ang ibig ko sabihin. So next, proceed na po tayo sa interpolation ng maximum allowable healing moment. So yung pagkuha natin ng maximum allowable healing moment or maximum allowable green healing moment, so unang-una kukunin muna natin yung KGO niya, yung KGO, solid port, intermediate port, saka yun doon sa discharge port. So, yung nakuha natin doon sa load port, yung KGO natin ay 11.52. Yung KGO means corrected KG, yun, no? Tinatawag minsan yan na liquid KG. So, 11.52 yung nakuha natin doon. Tapos, yung corresponding drop naman niya ay 1337. Tapos, density ito na 0.998 or duct water density na 0.998. So, para bago kayo kumuha or bago kayo mag-interpolate doon sa maximum allowable healing moment, lagi nyong tatandaan na yung lahat ng table natin sa barko or yung stability table natin sa barko, green loading stability ba yan or yung hydrostatic table ba yan, kailangan yung reference kasi yan is salt water, no, or 1.025. Kapag yung reference drop nyo ay hindi salt water o hindi 1.025, maaaring brackish water yan or fresh water, kailangan nyo munang i-convert yung drop nyo into salt water, no? So, ang equivalent ng 13.37 doon sa salt water, dahil 1337 sa 0.998 na density to pag i-convert nyo to, ang kalalabasan niya is 13.04, no? So, hahanapin nyo yung maximum allowable healing moment base doon sa 13.04. So, yung sa itaas ng 13.04 ay base sa table natin ay 12.9 yung katapat niya. So, yung sa katapat ng 12.9, so parang double interpolation to, no? Yung gagamitin mo ay drop saka yung KG niya or BCG. So, yung example sa load port KG, yung gagamitin natin is 11.52, no? 11.52 saka yung katapat ng 12.9 sa 11.4 kasi interpolate mo to 11 sa gitna ng 11.4 saka 11.6. So, in between yan yung 11.52. So, interpolate din natin yun. So, double interpolation ang tawag doon. So, sa itaas, 12.9. Ay baba naman, 1305. Yung sa 12.9, yung katapat niya na allowable healing moment, base doon sa 11.4, 42677. Tapos sa 11.6 naman, 38965. Dito naman sa drop na 1305, yung katapat niya, 43250, saka 39492. So, ang kalalabasan niya, magiging maximum allowable healing moment niya ay 40530. Huwag kayong magtaka bakit nandito pa rin nilagay ko natin yung 1337. So, ilalagay nyo pa rin yung actual na drop dito, pero yung reference lang ng maximum allowable healing moment ang babaguhin nyo, no? Halimbawa dito sa baba naman, o sa baba o sa intermediate port, 1025 na tong density dito kaya kung ano yung arrival drop or yung intermediate drop natin sa bunkering port, ito pa rin nilalagay natin, no? Tapos dito din sa discharge port, ganun din, no? Salt water kasi ito ang density dito ginamit natin. So 1298. So ganun din yung yung pag-interpolate 12.9 sa taas at saka 13.05 sa baba. So yung maximum allowable healing moment natin dun sa load port, ito na yun, 4530. Doon naman sa intermediate port o yung bunkering port natin, 4955. Tapos doon sa discharge port, 41488. Which is mataas doon sa nakuha natin na total grain healing moment ng barko, no? So pasado tayo, pasado yung safe to load na siya. Okay, so pagkatapos mong mapilapan na lahat yung mga entry doon sa cover page, part 1, part 2, at saka part 3, ito na yung time na i-examine niya ng NCB surveyor, no, pagdating nyo dun sa puerto bago kayo mag-umpisa ng loading. So dito sa may bandang baba ng cover page, so may nakalagay dito, no? Ito yung tinatawag na verification and documentation area na to. So nakasulat dito, this is to certify that this calculation is prepared in accordance with the requirements of the vessel's grain loading booklet and the applicable grain regulations. The stability of the vessel will be maintained throughout the voyage in accordance with this calculation. So ilalagay na natin yung pangalan ni kapitan, saka yung pirmahan niya, master signature, tapos yung pangalan ng surveyor, tapos signature ng NCB surveyor, tapos anong araw niya in-examine. Okay, so pag halimbawa yung NCB form na to ay pinilapan o ginawa ng hindi ship's personnel, calculation prepared by, ilalagay niya yung pangalan niya, no? So to be completed if the form is prepared by other than ship's personnel. Kapag hindi taga-barko yung nagpiprepara nito, isulat niya yung pangalan niya, saka company, saka signature, pati date, no? Okay, tapos may note dito, original stability calculation and grain arrangement plan to be submitted to the NCB's surveyor. All tonnages used in this calculation shall be shown in the same units as used in the grain loading booklet. Okay, tapos dito sa bandang pinakababa na remarks na to, kung anong i-remarks niya. Kasi doon sa loading port, kapag na-examine niya yung ginagawa ng barko ng NCB surveyor, minsan niya yan, kino-correct, no? May mga correction siyang ginagawa. So i-remark niya dito. Anong kino-correct niya? Kasautan niya yan, initialan, no? Tapos yung nagawa niya na na-approve na NCB calculation form, yan na yung tawag nito, ibibigay niya doon sa authorities, yung NCB tawag nito, US National Cargo Bureau. Yan yun, yung pinaka-original niya. Dadalhin niya doon para maludingan na yung barko nyo. Para bibigyan kayo ng green loading certificate, no? Bibigyan yung barko. So, safe to load na yung barko nyo, no? Tapos hindi lang to ang pinaka-final. Dahil pag natapos na yung loading nyo doon sa loading port, kung ano yung final cargo na na-receive nyo, babaguhin din yan, no? Depende doon sa final cargo quantity nyo doon. Okay? Saka yung sa condition ng bodega nyo. Okay, sana naintindihan nyo yung paliwanag ko. Kung may mga katanungan man kayo, so isulat nyo lang sa baba at i-try kong sagutin yan. So maraming salamat po mga kabaro. Hanggang sa muli. So kung nagustuhan mo tong video na to, please naman po paki-like and paki-subscribe na rin para sa aking munting channel. Matagal-tagal ko na tong iniwan yung channel ko. Ngayon lang ako nakabalik ulit for 5 years. Hindi ko na to binisita. God bless you po.
In front of us, so can we just stop?